Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Canto, come! Come on, Cat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, high-speed takedowns, Interceptor style. The Sarge has a weight problem.
And that's what's put the weight on the back axle. You can see them, it's just all on one side.
And the Interceptor's search takes a turn for the worse.
That does look like a body.
Yes,
It does, yeah.
It's early evening, and Dan Brigginshaw has just started his shift in Boston. The wet weather has driven most people off the streets, but that doesn't mean that everyone's behaving themselves.
Big scrap at McDonald's by the sounds of it in Boston, which is unusual. But we need to go and have a look. There's a few town mobiles going. If these cars ever get out of our way, we're going to look anyway.
With a decade in the job under his belt, Dan prides himself on his easygoing nature when dealing with the public. He's no pushover, though, because Dan loves nothing more than collaring criminals. Another unit has already arrived at the scene of the fight, and it sounds as though the people involved have made a run for it.
I think they may have gone down Broadfield Street, something like that, if any of the units can head down there.
Precise details are vague, but the culprits can't have gone far. So Dan's on the hunt for anyone in the vicinity who looks suspicious.
No descriptions at the moment, just a load of blokes scrapping and they're going down this road here.
Dan spotted someone he thinks might have been involved.
Any money, that's one of them. I bet he's on his toes.
If it is one of the lads from the fight, then Dan could potentially have a scrap on his hands. But that isn't stopping him.
Just stop there, mate. You've just been scrapping near McDonald's, mate, or something?
I haven't been at McDonald's, buddy. I haven't been at McDonald's, right? Nah.
Many people kicking about tonight.
Nah.
You seen anybody further down Broadfield?
No, I haven't, mate. Why? What's up, buddy?
Take your hands out of your pockets for a second. Make sure you ain't got any weapons on you, mate.
I ain't got no weapons, mate. I ain't got no weapons.
Just take your hands out of your pockets, buddy.
I will.
Okay, just keep them where they are.
He might not have any weapons, but he is carrying something he shouldn't have.
Just a bit of gear, is it?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Don't worry, don't start crying,
I
geez.
ain't crying, mate. I ain't crying.
We'll soon get that squared up.
I haven't got nothing, mate. Oh, come on, wait through, mate.
Just at the moment, mate, I'm placing you under arrest on suspicion of possession of a Class B drug.
Oh, no.
OK, because I reckon that's probably Amfet, geez, all right?
I ain't MFET, mate. It's
Well, looks like it is to me, OK?
It's MCAT,
MCAT,
mate.
fair enough. I'm going to search you a bit more.
Yeah.
You got any sharps on you?
I ain't got no sharps. There's only one.
100%.
Pin. That one.
Pin in there.
That's what
Cap.
I got. Cap, yeah.
Sweet.
Cap, mate. That's all I got, mate.
Just hold on to that, sir.
That's all I got, mate. That's all I got.
It's all right.
I ain't got no weapons.
All right, mate, no sweat. If you walk with me this way, we'll go in our car to the police station. It's only a couple of minutes, isn't it?
No.
Don't cry, mate.
I ain't gonna cry,
Nah,
mate.
you're all right,
It's so
Luke.
freezing cold. I'll just
chill out.
It doesn't look as though this guy is one of the suspects from the fight, but Dan's taking him in for carrying what he suspects are Class B drugs. Although this fella thinks he's been arrested for fighting.
I haven't been down a scrap.
I'm not saying that you have been scrapping, but I don't know who has.
Why are you
Listen,
arresting me for something I've done no
listen,
wrong?
you're under arrest for the drugs, not for scrapping.
Let me in the car then, because I'm freezing cold, mate. Come
Go
on.
unlock it first. Chill out.
Do you know what I mean, man? Freeze. Oh,
Have a seat, bloke. It's probably nothing to do with the fight, probably wrong place, wrong time, but he says it's MCAT on him, so which is a distinct possibility. Go ahead.
soaking wet and with an evening in custody on the cards, this lad really isn't a happy camper.
Have I been doing something like this when I went through?
Probably not.
Are you mental? No.
I'm always calm with you. Why are you being like this with
I'm freezing cold, mate.
When they arrive at Boston Nick 10 minutes later, Dan's still having his ear bent by his prisoner.
What's your problem?
What's the problem? It's you. You're saying you're going to be in here for 20 minutes or half an hour, and I'm going to be in here for 2-3 hours. Are you mental?
Well, you will be in here a long time if you're just going to keep going on.
This fella will need to be interviewed, so he knows full well that the rest of his evening is a write-off.
He's been searched for, well, potential weapons.
You've been scrubbed.
For potential weapons because of a fight, and the search revealed a small amount of white powder.
Of course, no one's ever pleased to be arrested. But the suspect's behaviour so far has got Dan wondering what's got into him.
But he seems ready to punch people at the moment, which I'm surprised we didn't have a bit of a roll around on the streets. But I don't know whether he's just used some gear or what.
Don't call me boy. Don't ever call me boy.
Calm down.
Calm down, mate. Calm down. Call me boy.
When Dan picked him up, this guy was soaked through. And now he's complaining of being freezing cold.
But I'm on hypothermia and I'm freezing cold.
Would you like something warm and dry to wear?
Yeah.
With a change of clothes
Got a warm drink.
and a hot cup of tea,
2, 3 shots of anything.
he's taken through for questioning. Other units continued to investigate the fight, but there was no evidence that this fella was involved. However, he was cautioned for possession of a Class B drug. Still to come, things heat up for the specialist interceptors. Jim deals with a devious driver.
What's your name? What's your real name?
And an attempt to outrun the interceptors backfires. Coming up, Susie takes on a dopey driver.
How would you feel if you were driving along? You have a crash, but you've killed your mum because you haven't got your seatbelt on.
Dan's patience is wearing thin.
Blow properly, blow. Stop, blow.
And the Sarge's controversial view on nervous drivers.
Some people suddenly, through fear, I think, turn into an amoeba sometimes when we're behind them.
Policing has come a long way from officers relying on a notebook and their intuition. Today, the war against crime is fought with high-tech kit, and that extends to police cars. From ANPR cameras to stingers, the interceptors have plenty of gadgets at their disposal to bring road criminals to book. Jim Woolerton is on patrol on the A46 just outside Lincoln, and one of the car's cameras has detected a problem with the vehicle behind.
We've had an ANPR Midas hit on the Vauxhall Vectra behind us. So we'll check for insurance first. If the vehicle comes back insured, then we're reasonably happy with that. If he comes back with no insurance, then we'll pull him over and investigate.
Big Jim loves all things high-tech. The iPhone is his gadget of choice. But when he's on patrol, he loves nothing more than using the car's ANPR system to nick road criminals. And a quick check on the database confirms that today the kit in the car is in tip-top order.
Yeah, Blige, thank you. Yeah, so check on the police national computer shows there is no insurance held. We don't know who's driving, so we'll have to find out.
As good as the kit is, it can only get the interceptors so far. Filling in the blanks is up to the officers themselves using good old-fashioned police work.
This is your car? What's your name? Okay, what insurance do you have? Sorry? Ford? Ford insurance? Do you have it with you?
The driver's claiming he's insured, but that he doesn't have any insurance documentation or ID with him. So he'll need to take a seat in Jim's car while the cops carry out their checks.
Could you please write down your full name, date of birth and your full address, please?
A driver with no identification in a car that doesn't appear to be insured is enough to set alarm bells ringing for any interceptor worth their salt.
Right, thanks very much. So you are... You say with Ford Insurance?
I can bring the day from the police station in Mansfield and all paper, everything.
Well, you see, the trouble is, the vehicle rim is fitted with automatic number plate recognition, so it's read your number plate, and he says it's on Midas, okay, which is motor insurance database, as being uninsured.
After checking twice on the National Insurance database, the car is still showing up as being uninsured, although the driver has an explanation.
I pay every month for insurance, yeah?
Yeah.
£55.
Right.
And this might me does I think so 2 times in months for my insurance. I don't know why.
What, are you saying they haven't taken the payment?
Sorry?
Are you saying they haven't taken the payment, or they've taken twice as much? What?
They take it twice.
They take it twice? Well, that shouldn't cause a
I
problem. But
got this all paper in my home.
what paperwork have you got with you?
No, I don't have.
So have you got any money with you then?
Money?
Yeah. You've got no money at all. You've come from Mansfield to Lincoln. You've not brought any money.
£30 for the petrol.
The driver's claiming the reason he doesn't have any money or ID is because one of his passengers will pay for everything.
It seems strange you'd come all this way and not have any money with you at all. No wallet or anything.
If I need something, he can buy me, for something. I eat in my home in morning.
I never leave home without my wallet, that's all.
After a number of checks, Jim has confirmed that the car belongs to someone else, but that still doesn't explain why it's uninsured. However, even more strangely, the person sat in the back of the police car doesn't appear to exist.
It's come back complete no trace on TNT.
Unless he's been a naughty boy in the past, this fella wouldn't necessarily be on the police national computer.
Complete no trace on DL as well.
But if he is entitled to drive in the UK, then he should be on the DVLA's database. And the fact that he isn't is very fishy indeed.
I can go to the police station today and put everything.
We'll have to square it away here, I'm afraid.
This guy seems to have an answer for everything. But the Interceptors have another piece of high-tech kit up their sleeves that he won't be able to argue with. A mobile fingerprint scanner.
What I want you to do is to put your index finger, that finger, from your right hand.
Whoever he is, if he has ever been in trouble with the police, it will instantly tell the lads his true identity. Of course, if he's telling the truth, he has nothing to worry about. But if he isn't, then things could be about to get very uncomfortable for him.
Right.
What's your name? What's your real name? Yeah, we go.
So the name he gave to the lads when he got in the car was a complete lie.
That's not what it says here, is it?
But you need to do a whole lot better than that if you want to get one over on the Interceptors.
You wanted or disqualified?
Disqualified.
You're disqualified from driving. Right. Smart.
It's no wonder he gave a false name, because it turns out that he is in fact a disqualified driver who's been caught drink driving not once, but twice.
I know very well that in Poland you have to carry ID all the time, yeah? And I know that when people move to this country, they continue to carry their ID. If they've got a driving licence, they'll carry it. When you can't produce it, alarm bells, yeah?
It's the end of the road for this guy and his passengers. Because as he's been caught red-handed with no insurance, the car is being seized. He's being reported for driving without a licence, no insurance, and also for obstructing the police. But in the end, no further action was taken. In the meantime, he's given a few words of advice from Jim.
What you need to take on board is that, you know, this won't wash anymore, this won't work. We've got the technology now to identify you at the roadside. You need to tell your friends that we've got these machines, that we can identify people on the spot.
Not all of the tools and tricks the Interceptors use to bring criminals to the nick are as high-tech as portable fingerprint scanners. It's Saturday evening, and the Interceptors are on the trail of a suspicious car that's failed to stop. But the decision has been made to bring this pursuit to an abrupt halt. To do this, the Interceptors are going to use a stinger, which is designed to deflate a vehicle's tyres, forcing it to stop. An officer has got into position ahead of the pursuit and is at the ready with the stinger. Meanwhile, the reckless driver is pushing over 70 miles an hour. The Interceptors are ready to spring their trap. But at the critical moment, the suspect overtakes another car. As he screams past at double the speed limit, there's no way to safely deploy the stinger without getting both vehicles. The team will now have to find another way to bring this unlicensed driver to a halt. But amazingly, the speeder decides his time is up and pulls over. The driver was convicted of failing to stop for the police, driving without due care and not having a licence or insurance. He got 6 points and was fined a total of £285. This time the guy saw sense and stopped. But often criminals panic when they see a stinger. Criminals fear stingers. They know that once those hollow spikes pierce their tyres, they've got to stop, which is why the Interceptors find them so useful. This is RAF Scampton, home to the Red Arrows. But today they've let the Interceptors have the run of the place to brush up on some vital vehicle stopping skills. Ensuring the Interceptors' technique is as sharp as the stingers they'll be using is Sergeant Mark Carlin. If it's got wheels, this guy can drive it. He's a pursuit instructor with advanced car and bike qualifications.
We're going to cover the stinger, which is basically a load of spikes on a plastic bed, which is thrown out in front of stolen vehicles.
There are two ways of using the stinger. You can either put it on the opposite curb and pull, or throw it out in front of you. The skill is waiting until the last minute so the speeding car can't avoid the spikes, and then retracting it before the Interceptors come through.
So it's a very good tactic, and it works on HGVs, it works on coaches, it works on anything that's got tyres, basically.
The beauty of the stinger is its simplicity, and in the right hands it can be used to take down any driver who refuses to stop. It's Saturday lunchtime, and now the Interceptors are in pursuit of a stolen van. An officer sets up the stinger and waits. But the driver sees the trap and swerves to avoid it. He manages to sidestep the stinger, but it's fair to say that his escape didn't go to plan. Just the sight of the stinger was enough to make this guy lose control. The driver emerged from the wreckage unscathed, although his pride was battered and bruised. Stingers are an effective weapon when it comes to bringing fleeing suspects to a grinding halt. But thanks to the technology at the Interceptors' disposal, some offenders don't even realise that they're being pursued. It's estimated that there are over 1.2 million uninsured cars in the UK. And in Spalding, Susie Ranyard thinks she's just found one of them.
Attention.
The ANPR camera is just activated on a passing Nissan Micra and it's suggesting that there's no insurance on it. The vehicle's just there in front of us, so we'll get around the corner and stop it. Do a quick check on it. ANPR Tango 31.
As the results of the checks come through, sure enough, the red Micra is uninsured. But there's a problem. Because the Micra has vanished into thin air. In a town of this size, there aren't many places that the Micra could have gone. Fortunately, Susie knows the roads of Spalding like the back of her hand. And as she checks a side road, Susie thinks she spotted it. But it turns out this parked car on the right isn't the red car she's looking for. Not one to give in, she checks out the local car park.
There it is.
Susie's found the Micra, but now she has another problem. Where's the driver?
Is that her there? Hello. Is that your car? Then it's a Micra. I'll just pull up. I'll have a quick chat with you. Okay. All right. Right, the reason why I've stopped you, your vehicle's pinged up on my ANPR camera suggesting that you've got no insurance.
Should have insurance.
Have you?
I think I've got my documents on the car.
Have you?
Even though she claims that she's insured, after looking in her car, she isn't able to find any of her policy documents.
Right, jump in my car then.
So to check whether the woman is insured, Susie makes some inquiries.
Hello, PC Ranyard.
And it sounds like this driver's day is about to take a turn for the worse.
OK, thanks for your help. Bye. Right, bad news, I'm afraid. They've said that the policy lapsed on the 8th of February and they assume that you've gone somewhere else. So they've not renewed the policy or anything like that. So unfortunately, you're not insured. The reason why I'm seizing you...
As with every other uninsured driver caught behind the wheel, this lady's car is going to be seized. To get it back, she'll need to provide valid insurance documents and pay a £200 fine plus costs. She was given 6 points on her licence.
She's just not realised that the insurance policy's lapsed. Policy lapsed in February. She said that her nan normally pays for it, so she's just not kept up to date with when it was due. So she's been driving around with no insurance for the last 2 months. So yeah, it's cost her quite a lot, really. Probably more than what her policy cost her, but yeah, I don't think she'll do that again in a hurry.
So despite a bit of a struggle to find it, Susie's perseverance has paid off. And that's one less uninsured vehicle on the roads of Lincoln. Still to come. The Interceptors investigate an alarming report.
We're concerned that it could be body parts thrown into the water.
A driver who thinks he's above the law.
What have you done about it? You're just driving around, no driving licence.
And Weight Watchers. Interceptors style.
He knows anyway, said if I'm over I'll leave some stuff. Correct, you will. And that's it.
Coming up, Dan loses his man.
Oh, thought he put his foot down.
And Susie deals with a fashion-conscious horse.
Hats, anything like that will freak him out.
He doesn't like hats?
No, doesn't happen.
Right, OK.
It's Saturday night, and Dan Brigginshaw is patrolling the roads of Spalding in the unmarked Audi A3. When it comes to remembering wrong uns and their motors, Dan is one of the best. And he thinks he's just spotted a car that he's dealt with before.
That Vectra. Oh, chuck drugs out the window if I remember rightly.
But in the few seconds it takes Dan to swing the Audi round, there's no sign of the Vectra anywhere.
Oh, where's he gone?
Whether or not it's the car Dan thinks it is, the driver certainly seems keen to disappear.
Oh, thought he put his foot down.
As Dan searches the residential streets, it looks like this could be the one that got away. Against the odds, Dan's managed to find a Vectra, parked up on the left-hand side in this side road.
There's a silver Vectra that we passed back in town a minute ago, and I recognise him. So I'm just going to sit up and just see if he's going to move off again. He's parked up at the top of this road, I think, still.
Dan may have found the car, but without the driver, there's not a great deal he can do. other than wait. Although, as luck would have it, there's someone still in the car.
He's inside it now. Just saw the light come on inside.
The question now is why this fella is in such a rush to disappear.
Your car? Yeah. I'm sure I recognise you in this car. I'm going to search you under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, OK? If you find any drugs in it...
No.
No, none?
No.
Excellent. Jump out the car for me.
Convinced that either this car or someone using it has had a brush with the law in the past, Dan's searching the driver to see whether he's hiding anything.
OK, turn around and face me. Nice one. Show us your hands.
There's nothing on the driver. So Dan turns his attention to the car.
Why have you got all that money with you tonight?
And as he searches the pocket of the driver's door, Dan finds a knife.
What's that doing in your car?
Having got up close and personal with the suspect, Dan has also picked up on something else.
Smell alcohol on your breath, OK,
No.
so I'm going to give a quick breath test to you. If you fail it or refuse it, just take your hand out of your pocket. Mate, keep your hands out of your pockets. That's all I'm asking, right? Yeah, hands, no.
No, not pockets, okay.
You're going to in there?
Yeah.
If you fail it or refuse it, I'll arrest you.
Okay.
All right? Go in there, mate. I'll hold it. Blow properly. Blow properly. Blow. Blow. Stop. Blow. Thank you. Okay, you've passed, but only just. Don't have anything else to drink.
Having just scraped through the breath test, it's no wonder the driver was reluctant. And it turns out this isn't the first time he's been caught behind the wheel after drinking.
Have you been arrested before in England?
Yeah, it's 2 times.
Drink driving?
Yeah, drink driving.
Yeah.
It's all the same, yeah.
Shock.
Yeah, I know.
Because this guy's been arrested for drink driving twice before, it begs the question whether he's entitled to be driving at all. Although a quick check of his driving licence should answer that one.
Driving licence?
I understand in dual.
This fella's claiming that he sent his Lithuanian driving licence to the DVLA to have it replaced with a UK one.
Yeah, that was on the 26th of January.
Yeah, I know.
The only problem is that he sent it in almost a year ago.
What have you done about it? You're just driving round, no driving licence.
But I have driving license.
You haven't. I'm going to do some checks on you.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
And then, if there's no driving licence, I'm going to take the car.
The quickest way Dan's going to get to the bottom of this is with a call to the DVLA.
Score driving 2010 and 2009.
Good heavens. He's not disqualified at the moment then.
It says record non-licence holder refused.
He's probably tried to swap his foreign licence for an English one. They said, whoa, you're way too dangerous, jog on.
There's nothing on the system to say this chap has a valid UK driving licence. And because he can't prove that he has a Lithuanian one, Dan can't allow him to continue driving. So he's seizing the vehicle, along with the knife.
That knife, I'm having it. All right, you can't have that. I'm reporting for the offence of driving with no driving licence.
Yeah.
You ain't got one.
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
Okay,
no
so
problem.
otherwise in accordance with the licence.
Yeah, all right.
If you don't want it back, you don't pay anything.
Yeah, I know.
Just leave it and I'll scrap it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? If you want anything from out of it, get it now.
Okay.
There was no evidence to confirm whether this was the car Dan thought had been involved with drugs. Because he blew under the legal limit, the driver wasn't charged with drink driving, and no further action was taken with regards to the knife. But thanks to Dan's eagle eye, another of Lincoln's illegal drivers is off the road. The Interceptors deal with every type of road crime imaginable. Although it isn't just the obvious offenders such as uninsured motorists and drink drivers on the run which cause a threat to other road users. Today, Sergeant Mark Carlin is patrolling the A1, and he's en route to assist some other officers with what could be an accident waiting to happen.
My colleagues in the other car have seen an overweight vehicle heading northbound. I'm well ahead of them, so if I see their vehicle, I'll stop it for them. It's got a load of scrap metal on the back.
It might not sound like the world's worst driving offence, but an overweight vehicle can affect stability and even result in a blowout. The vehicle in question is a flatbed truck, which looks as though it's been overloaded with scrap metal. If it were to lose control on a busy road like this, it could cause a major accident, so the Sarge needs to act quickly. No sooner has Mark got behind the truck, someone else gets in his way.
This Audi is just blocked me totally. It's just pulled straight behind this scrappy wagon. Some people suddenly, through fear I think, turn into an amoeba sometimes when we're behind them. I don't know why.
The truck has been so badly loaded that it's clearly leaning over to the left. Fortunately, the driver is stopping at the services, so it's the perfect opportunity for the Sarge to have a chat.
Hello mate, you all right?
How are you?
I'm very good, how are you?
Not as well as you.
Good. Have you been weighed today?
Have we been weighed?
Yeah.
No.
In the past, police officers would need to escort the vehicle to a weigh bridge, which could be many miles away. But as the Interceptors are equipped with the most up-to-date technology, they can check the truck's weight at the roadside with a pair of portable weigh plates.
You ready? Keep going, lad, yeah. Real slow. Keep going. Whoa, whoa. Switch her off, mate. 600.
With the weight of all four wheels, the Interceptors can calculate whether the truck is overloaded.
Keep going. All right, mate. They just came to roll off. It's 1300.
Although an old hand like the Sarge has his own tried and tested methods.
And if the two ties together bulge in the middle, it's a sign that you're overweight.
And he even thinks he's spotted exactly which items are causing the truck to tip dangerously to the left.
He's got some things in the back here which are 26 kilograms each, and they're from the base of a fire. And that's what's put the weight on the back axle. You can see them, it's just all on one side. He'll have to offload some of that stuff. He knows anyway, he said if I'm over, I'll leave some stuff. Correct, you will. And that's it, you know.
Well, that's the Sarge's verdict. But what does modern technology say?
He's 9% overweight, which is fixed penalty, basically. And he'll have to sort out his weight and make alterations for his weight.
Sure enough, Mark was right. But before the truck can leave, the lads have to offload some weight.
Like that.
And in case you're thinking the Sarge is condoning fly tipping, then fear not.
They've taken them off. He's got a £100 fine. They've told the proprietor here that that's there. They'll pick it up tomorrow because it's in their interest to pick it up because it's money. They'll pick that up tomorrow and then probably do a little circuit and earn another 80 quid to cover their cost of the fixed penalty.
As the guardians of Lincoln's highways and byways, sometimes the Interceptors find themselves dealing with slightly more unusual calls for help. Susie Ranyard's on her way to deal with a problem involving a rather large passenger.
A car's broken down, she's got a horse box attached to it that's got a horse in it. She's going to need to get the trailer off.
A self-confessed petrolhead, Susie loves fast motors and dreams of getting behind the wheel of an Audi R8. But that's the only kind of horsepower she loves, because when it comes to the real thing, Susie isn't exactly the biggest fan.
Yeah, you.
And no sooner than she's out of the car, she's faced with her first problem.
Hats or anything like that will freak him out.
He doesn't like hats. Right, okay.
A local PCSO unit is here to give Susie a helping hand. But first she needs to take the reins and find out exactly what the problem is.
Right, so have you got your other car here?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So what are you doing? You're going to detach that and then bring up your car and then put that onto there.
He's got to be out first.
He's got to be out?
Yeah, you can't. The weight was...
Okay.
If he freaks out, it's going to go.
The horse box needs to be reattached to another vehicle. But in order to do that, the owner will have to take the horse out onto the road. So Susie is going to stop the traffic with a temporary roadblock.
He's got to come out. It's a side loader.
All right.
This may seem like a straightforward job, but if the horse gets frightened by hats, then there's no telling what effect traffic could have on him. so this will need to be done as quickly as possible.
Right, you ready?
Before the horse is brought out, the replacement 4x4 is swiftly moved into position. With the traffic and Susie at a safe distance, the nervous nag is led out.
You're fine. Come on, no, come on. Whoa. All right.
The vehicles have been switched and reattached, although it takes a little bit of encouragement to get this big fella back into the safety of his box.
It was easier than I thought. I thought he might run off. Yeah. I'm pleased he didn't run off. That's all right. All right, cheers then. Do you need to get out? Oh. Yeah.
As someone who's a bit nervous around horses, this isn't a job that Susie was champing at the bit to take on. But with everything having gone to plan, she's over the moon.
I'm not a fan of horses, really. They scare me a little bit. They're a bit big, and I was worried that it might run off and things, and if it had done, we'd have had no chance. It'd be like Benny Hill running after it. So I'm pleased it behaved itself.
Getting behind the wheel of a car is the most dangerous thing many of us do in our daily lives. And as she makes her way into Spalding, Susie spots a driver taking a huge risk.
It's Victoria Street in Spalding, Sunrise. The reason why I stopped you is because you weren't wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Is there any particular reason why?
Yeah, I just forgot when we come out of the car park there.
Right, okay.
What this guy doesn't realise is that this is one of the 4 offences that have been identified as the biggest causes of death on the road. Known as the Fatal 4, the Interceptors are always looking to clamp down on speeding, drink driving, using a mobile phone handset behind the wheel, and not wearing a seatbelt.
It may be pathetic that he's not wearing a seatbelt, but it might save his life one day.
Yeah, that's my life, exactly.
Yeah,
my life.
And your mum's going to... Is this your mum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's my life, you see. If I get injured, it's only me who's going to get injured.
Okay. What's your date of birth, please?
The law's there to keep people safe, even when they don't want to. It's the same reason motorcyclists have to wear helmets.
If we get in a crash, it's going to be me that's hurt, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know...
But you may hurt somebody else. If you get thrown out the window because you're not wearing your seatbelt and then land on somebody else...
and go through somebody else's windscreen and hurt them, it's pretty unlikely, really, isn't it?
It does happen. Believe me, it does. How would you feel if you were driving along, you have a crash, but you've killed your mum because you haven't got your seatbelt on?
Well, she had her seatbelt on, so
yes, she has, but what if you get thrown onto her side and kill her?
When a car crashes at speed, every loose object becomes a lethal projectile. You might not go through the windscreen, but you'll go flying around inside the car. A 12-stone man can do a lot of damage to other passengers, even at low speeds.
If you'd have worn your seatbelt, then I wouldn't be stood here talking to you. Maybe then I could deal with people's burglaries.
Well, you weren't much use when we called you
Thank
before.
you. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt, all right?
This guy may not be happy to clunk-click every trip, but if everyone wore a seatbelt, then around 200 people a year would be saved on the UK's roads. So the police are tightening their policy on belt dodgers.
All right, it's a £100 fine.
I thought it used to be 60.
Yeah, it's gone up now.
That's a hefty fine, and hopefully it will make this driver think twice in the future. Still to come, the Interceptors could be on the verge of a grave discovery.
It can be a major incident, so we'll know when we get there.
Behind the wheel of a finely tuned police car, the Interceptors are in a league of their own. But when things get a bit more physical, they turn to the Operational Support Unit. These elite officers are trained in everything from dealing with riots, carrying out drug raids,
yeah, up to 30 plus plants,
and serving warrants, which more often than not can result in a bit of argy-bargy.
Back off. Got me under my pockets, man. Get me by the throat! No, you walked in and just get back.
The unit are also experts when it comes to searching, and today they've been called out to investigate a worrying report.
A member of the public's called in to say he was in this area here, or somewhere around here. He's looked into the water and he's seen two black bin bags. One of them's got a shirt wrapped round it. It describes the shape of the bin bags as one of them head-shaped and one of them arm or body-shaped. We're concerned that it could be body parts thrown into the water. A lot of the time people are mistaken. 2 and 2 put together comes to 6. But in my career, 3 or 4 times it's turned out to be body parts.
As one of the UK's largest agricultural counties, Lincoln is home to miles and miles of fields and waterways. And searching for something on this type of terrain can be like finding a needle in a haystack.
We can't find these bags. When we've called the informant back, the caller back, their phone's going on to voicemail. So at the moment we're trying to track down where they live so we can get them back out to point out exactly where these bags are.
With only a few hours of daylight left, speed is of the essence. So while they wait to speak to the informant, the interceptors are continuing to search as much of the waterway as quickly as possible in the hope of finding something. Although they've just received some new information which could prove to be a breakthrough.
We've now spoke to the informant. He actually took a picture of what he's seen. Our control room at the moment are emailing to the guy in the car here. From that photo, we're hoping to identify which area of water it's in.
Seconds later, the photo arrives. And first impressions suggest that the informant may be right.
And that does look like a body.
It does, yeah.
But the problem is that the photo doesn't offer up any clues as to where it is.
He's saying he's seen this item about half a mile from the nearest road. So we're still on a bridge looking, he's going to be nowhere near here. He's going to come out, he's going to take us down to where he saw it and we'll start the search from there.
The informant has arrived, and with his help, the team finally discovers where they need to look.
Definitely this stretch of water on this side.
Yeah, right. On this side, not the side over there. But yeah.
Okay. Right, thanks ever so much for coming out.
No worries.
Thank you,
Okay,
mate.
cheers.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, mate.
All right.
He's pointed out where he's seen this item in the water. It's just down here, about half a mile at the most, so we're just going to take a walk down there.
Having been pointed in the right direction, the question now is, will it still be there? Because with fast-flowing water, it could easily have been swept downstream.
Yeah.
But some half a mile from where they'd been searching, Sean and the boys spot something in the water.
Can you bring one down?
As they approach, it's easy to see why the person who called it in was so concerned. And it turns out that the lads have in fact discovered one of the locals. But rather than a body, this is something very common in rural counties like Lincoln, and completely innocent.
I think it's a scarecrow. I'm going to risk my reputation on it. It's a scarecrow.
Just to be sure there's nothing lurking inside, one of the interceptors takes a closer look by carrying out a quick autopsy.
We've took the half a mile hike down the river and we found the item the guy photographed. Luckily for everybody, it's a scarecrow. Eric's dragged it out, we've put it on the bank. It is definitely a scarecrow and we'll leave it for the farmer to collect. End of the drama, luckily for everybody.
Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Canto, come! Come on, Cat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, the boys in blue grapple a gobby goon.
You're only a cop because you got bullied when you was a kid, didn't you?
A speed-happy biker raises hell on the highway. And Sergeant Ady ages 10 years in 2 seconds.
I think we'll have that.
Boasting a fleet of fast and ferocious motors, Lincolnshire's Interceptors are a criminal's worst nightmare. But they don't just operate on 4 wheels, they're just as effective on 4 legs. The dog unit relies on an acute sense of smell to find illegal substances. And they're trained to sniff out suspects.
Shout you out here!
And take them down.
Stop him! Good lad. Stand still, criminal!
Sergeant John Moon has worked the dog unit for 2 years. He's the pair's eyes and ears, whilst faithful friend Canto supplies the nose and teeth. It's thirsty work, but it's not all about the hunt. 8 p.m. on the outskirts of Lincoln City.
We're just carrying out a drink drive check. Just one continuous breath in there.
John and the team are running a vehicle stop check, part of a national scheme to catch drivers over the limit.
It says 0.
And so far, everyone is given the all clear. But the Interceptors are always ready for action.
There's apparently a fight in progress that can't be resourced.
Have you had a drink this evening? I can't smell anything on you. I'll let you go because we've got to go. So, all right then. Okay.
A fight has been reported at a shop about 10 miles away. His fellow Interceptors are held up with another call, so the Sarge is flying solo, with only Canto in the boot for backup.
We've had to abandon our vehicle stop check after 2 cars. Apparently there's a fight in progress and the suspects are still on scene.
With at least one of the men believed to be armed, there's no time to waste. But when the Sarge arrives at the shop, all's quiet.
You seen a disturbance going on outside?
It was, yeah. It's gone now. He had a metal bar like that with a ball on the end.
JP, they've left the co-op, but apparently one's armed with a metal bar. To your attention.
With confirmation one of the brawlers is tooled up, tracking him down now takes priority. Then intel comes in that a friend of the armed man lives just a few miles away. And there's a chance that he could be hiding out there. Fellow Interceptor John Peacock and another officer have joined the party. But with a weapon-wielding brawler possibly inside, the team approach with caution.
Police, Doc. Police.
What do you want?
Well, I'll speak to you, please. Open the door, please.
How can I open the door?
With a key.
Well, why are you coming here?
I need to speak to you, love. You don't open the door. Let's not mess about.
Is it about?
Where is it? Yeah, where is
He's
it?
not here, right? He left here hours ago.
The suspect may have vanished, but perhaps not without trace.
There's an awful strong smell of cannabis in here, Doc. Where is it?
What, the cannabis?
Yeah.
It's from when he was here.
Really? Where is it, Doc? Is it in your handbag there?
No.
Where is it? Show me. We're dealing with a criminal offence, possession of drugs.
But this is more than just possession. There's an armed man on the loose. And now a mystery caller has just reported another sighting of him back at the shop.
Out, Steve, and deal with that, John.
Yeah, dog mobile attendant and local officer.
Is it the co-op?
Yeah, received.
Leaving only John Peacock and his unmarked car at the house. It's a rush back to the shop for one man and his dog. But when the Sarge gets there, something's not right.
Where is he? You just called us. You just called us.
John has a feeling of deja vu.
NC Oscar Sierra 01.
Go ahead, man.
We're at the co-op. There's no mention at all. Where's this information come from, please?
It's called as, stated that he had a head injury and was bleeding, Emma.
Yeah, where is he, please? Because he's the suspect for this assault.
It turns out the mystery caller and the disappearing suspect are one and the same person. And it's taken the Sarge away from the house.
Rung from a landline number, but it's shown NFA.
You find out where he is, and we'll go and...
But a call comes in from John Peacock.
Oscar down to 1-1. The fender's just come into the garden.
On way, John. Have you got him?
He spotted the suspected brawler in the back garden. And with the man on his toes, he needs backup, fast.
Has he got him?
It's a call to action for Canto.
Canto, come! We'll get Canto out, John.
Interceptor Peacock's in pursuit.
Come on, Canto, where is he?
And finally, Canto joins the hunt. Still to come. Will Canto get his man?
Has he got him?
JB carves up the carriageway for car crime.
Yeah, got it, girl.
And tough talk for a showboating biker.
If you are caught again doing that, your bike will be seized.
Coming up, JB dishing the dirt on ropey road skills.
Can't drive, that is a start.
And a stop for speed reveals a surprise result.
How much is he going to find in there?
Interceptor duo John Moon and crime-fighting canine Canto are on the trail of an armed man roaming the streets around Lincoln.
Apparently there's a fight in progress and the suspects are still on scene.
He's given them the slip so far.
Where is he?
But they've just had a positive sighting of the weapon-wielding man outside his friend's house.
Canto, come! We'll get Canto out, John.
The Interceptors are in pursuit.
Come on, Canto, where is he?
Canto joins the hunt.
Where is he?
And has caught the scent.
Has he got him? Get up, you! Watch him.
But it's four legs of the human variety that's nabbed the suspect.
NC's in custody.
And it seems the bloke has ditched the weapon. The glory goes to John Peacock.
Whilst I was inside the property, the suspect came running through the garden and was trying to get in through the back door. He made good his escape, jumping over a fence. I deployed taser, but unfortunately he dropped at the other side of the fence as the taser prongs were about to take hold on him.
Nothing ruffles Peacock's feathers. But the same can't be said of our scrawny scrapper, who proves to be just as slippery in person.
He's like to have a cigarette. Don't be daft, man, you know what I mean? I'm on the street, man.
No, sit down.
So,
Sit down.
what are you going to do about it? Then you can't do it. You know what I mean? What are you doing, man? Seriously.
Stop being foolish. Hey,
What are you going to do?
get out this car.
And he's got plenty of verbal.
You know what I mean? You're an idiot, man. Do you know what I mean? You're only a copper. Well, listen, you're only a copper because you got bullied when you was a kid, didn't you?
JP, how long this fan's going to be for me?
Do you know what I mean? Seriously. You've all got homes to go to, haven't you? Yeah? You're not at work all the time, man. I'd think really carefully on what you're doing to me, man. Do you know what I mean? I've got nothing to lose, man. Anything you do to me is coming back on you tenfold. You're going to go to hospital with a broken jaw, man. Both of you two, man, you idiots, man. Do you know what I mean? As soon as these cuffs come on, man, swing, bang, boom. You laid out, man, you idiot. You know what I mean? I keep
Backchat's part and parcel of police work.
Do you know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
And ex-rugby man John is used to tackling bigger lumps than this. But words aren't the only thing coming out of his mouth.
Let's go in the cop car. Let's go for a ride in the police car.
He's trying to spit it, or is he been alright?
This guy's gobby in every sense.
Get off my nose! Get off my nose! Get off.
There is one thing that can keep this bloke quiet. A solid steel door. In the end, despite being given the runaround, taking an armed man off the streets is a major result for the team. And Canto's done his bit, even if he didn't quite get a bite of the action.
I say he's a very lucky man, because there hadn't been that other police officer there in front of, just in front of me, I'd have let Canto off. And,
Come on, Cat, where is he?
And he was, without certain, got bitten. And yeah, that's what he's trained to do. He's a good presence. He was barking. That's exactly what I want him to do. You know, I couldn't ask for more, really. Just shame, you know, in the ideal world, it's nice to, the dog be able to do what he's trained to do. But, you know, in the end of the day, the guy was detained with a minimum force and he wasn't bitten. Much to Canto's disappointment, but, you know.
The missing weapon was eventually handed in by punters at a local pub, who had managed to disarm the man before he was spotted by the Interceptors. He later admitted to threatening behaviour and carrying an offensive weapon. And the woman caught in the house with cannabis was given a verbal caution on the scene. Panoramic views and endless country roads make Lincolnshire a mecca for motorcyclists. And with major bike gatherings like the Motorcycle News live event in Skegness, it's up to the county's Interceptors to make sure every biker stays on the straight and narrow. But not all bikers play by the rules. Elsewhere in the county, behind the wheel of his unmarked Skoda VRS, Dan Lancaster, who spots something suspect in the other lane. A cheeky biker's pulled a wheelie right in front of him. Lincolnshire's answer to Evel Knievel will be getting no round of applause from Dan.
You all right, mate? You go straight on. When we get across the lights, pull over in the next safest spot.
Dan, aka Bomber, is an ex-car salesman who loves the excitement of police work, but can do without posing petrol heads.
Can't believe my eyes, really. We're just driving along up to the set of traffic lights, and then this chap on the bike comes around the corner and pops a wheelie.
Riding a motorbike can come with an added temptation to show off. But with some of Lincolnshire's Interceptors driving unmarked motors, it's worth keeping your head down, not to mention your front wheel.
Why have I stopped you?
The way I came off that corner.
And what did I see?
I'm going to guess you saw the front wheel come up.
Definitely saw the front wheel come up. All right.
It seems as though the biker's heavy right wrist action got the better of him. So Bomber begins dropping some home truths.
Just in relation to obviously what I've seen, going to report you for the offence of driving/riding without due care and attention.
Driving without due care and attention can result in penalty points. But Bomber hasn't finished.
I'm going to do a section 59 warning, and if you are caught again doing that, a wheelie or riding dangerously, your bike will be seized.
Right.
So with the possibility of points being put on his licence and with the threat of having his bike seized for the next 12 months, a moment of madness could prove expensive.
We do get a lot of motorbikes coming up to the county, and a lot of them are decent riders who enjoy the roads and have a lot of fun, and that's it. But you do get those that are stupid, do silly things, silly overtakes, and all it takes is the wrong timing and him just to give it a bit too much, and it could be fatal.
Instead of getting points on his licence, the heavy-handed biker completed a riding course, where hopefully he's learned to keep both wheels firmly on the road. It's the early hours of Sunday morning, a time when the night owls of Lincoln are peeling out of clubs and hailing taxis. But not this biker. As he pulls away, a suspicious wobble bodes badly. But there's worse to come. This is a 30 zone, but it's a fact that seems to escape this half-baked biker. The Interceptor behind would have no trouble getting bumper to wheel. But he's holding off, now pushing his two wheels to twice the legal limit. Pursuing this bike could be dangerous. The Interceptors bang on the blues, but police procedure is to hang back and keep an eye on things from a distance. This two-wheel tearaway is now hitting speeds of over 80 miles an hour. A head-on collision at that speed could be fatal. The biker's fast approaching a roundabout, and with no signs of slowing down, he's on a collision course with a tree. The bikes come apart, but the rider escaped in one piece. He didn't escape the law, though. Found guilty of drink driving, biking whilst banned, and having no insurance, the rampant road hog ended up with a 3-year ban and 200 hours unpaid work. Not to mention several hours spent pulling thorns out of his backside. When a pair of eagle eyes aren't enough, the Interceptors rely on tasty tech. Automatic number plate recognition cameras read plates and instantly check them against a database of dodgy motors. That intel is picked up and fed directly to the Interceptors.
Can you give me details of this vehicle, please? I'm sat up waiting for it now.
A camera's just picked out a potentially uninsured blue Peugeot heading northbound on the A1. And straight into the hands of Interceptor James Bateman, waiting in the unmarked BMW.
You just sit and wait now. You just never know what else you might see whilst you're waiting, so.
With 12 years on the force, JB's seen his fair share of high-speed pursuits, but he's also a man who knows how to play the waiting game.
It's just a case of being patient, really, more than anything. So, it's going to be any second now, really.
And JB's patience pays off.
Yeah, got it, Gail.
The beefy 5 Series will notch up to 60 from rest in 6 seconds flat, so JB's on the Peugeot's tail. He whacks on the unmarked BMW's blues to make himself known.
So we'll go for a stop in the next lay-by and see if he's insured or not.
But our driver seems to be in la-la land. Rising insurance costs may be hurting the pocket of your average motorist, but partly to blame are uninsured drivers, costing the country over 380 million a year and adding around 33 quid to every policy. So this daydreaming driver needs a wake-up call. A flash of the fronts, and finally he's got it. A lay-by's a safe place to pull over.
Yeah, mate.
Just not the very end of one.
Can't drive, that is a start.
Woeful driving is one thing. Not having insurance is another.
Right, let's go and have a chat with him. Hello, thanks for stopping. How are you? Is this your car?
It is.
Okay, the reason I've stopped you is just due to an insurance question and an insurance query. Are you currently insured on this vehicle?
I was.
Sorry?
It's been cancelled.
It's been cancelled, okay. Can I ask why you're driving then?
Because I need to pick my son up.
Ah, right, okay. I take it you know you should be insured to be on the road? All right.
I get paid next week.
Right.
My money goes in on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything about it until Wednesday.
Okay.
Rolling one up seems a little casual when you're staring a traffic penalty in the face.
Just want to jump in? Oh, yeah.
But a quick puff might help steady the nerves. Whilst JB checks the bloke's details.
Can you just tell me, is there anything else wrong with the vehicle? It's just the insurance.
Nothing showing, so it's back to the insurance.
Okay, so I'm sure you know what's coming. You've committed the offence of driving without insurance. More than likely, you're looking at the minimum is 6 points and a £300 penalty for driving without insurance.
300 quid and 6 points is fairly standard for uninsured drivers. But if the case went to court, you could be looking at up to 5 grand and disqualification. And there's more.
Okay, the next bit of bad news is that vehicle can't go any further today. It's going to be recovered from the roadside, placed in a police compound locally, and kept there until you get the vehicle insured.
Whether it's a stretch in the nick or a penalty fine, this is one time public transport looks like a cheap option. Something to think about as you wait for the recovery vehicle.
You can tell he's annoyed with himself. He's disappointed. He's been caught, and he's kicking himself now. You can see in his eyes. I'm not going to abandon him at the roadside. We've taken his car off him. I know he should be insured, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to leave him here. I'm going to get him off the A1, get him somewhere he wants to go, and help him out.
He's a helpful chap, JB, and he never misses a chance to dispense advice.
When you get that vehicle back, put some air in that tyre. That's really low, that one is.
On top of a pricey premium, the driver could now be looking at a minimum 300 quid fine plus points. But in the end, no further action was taken. Still to come. Craggy gets an eyeful of suspicious swimwear. Adie's pulling no punches with a dozy driver.
Yeah, what's going on there?
And the boys discover you can teach an old dog new tricks.
How old are you, please? 56. That's a strange age to be taking up smoking cannabis.
Coming up, Craggy comes clean on a guilty pleasure.
Twilight there, twilight there. And on this one there's more twilights.
Empty excuses from a meandering motorist.
I appreciate what you're saying about the wind, but it ain't that windy.
And Dan enters international negotiations.
So you're driving around England with no driving licence?
Not very good understand, sorry.
Retail crime in the UK is on the increase, soaring by more than 15% in recent years to an annual cost of over £1.5 billion. Organised crime is partly to blame, but you can never ignore the solitary chancer. And on a grey afternoon in Lincoln, PC Martin Cragg is on the hunt for a light-fingered lady.
Do you see the female stop checking from control?
We just had a female enter property and steal some clothing. Gone south on the high street.
A lone shoplifter may be a needle in a haystack, but with 11 years on the force, avid Jaws fan Craggy can track crime like a shark smells blood. As he circles in, a shop assistant flags him down.
Is it about the female shoplifter?
Craggy's after a helpful description.
Dark hair, long kind of black hair, about my height. She had a checked bag over her arm. I think she had blue jeans on.
And she went down the house, did she turn?
This way, but I have a feeling she'd gone that way. She was foreign.
I'll go and have a look.
Right, thank you.
Being foreign isn't quite the visual that'll help Craggy spot her, but a distinctive checkered bag just might. So Craggy's closing in on his prey. But it's taken him into an area of the city known to coppers as the Maze.
Once you're in here, it's very difficult to find anything.
Every street and every corner looks the same. It's an easy place for a suspect to disappear. But the keen eyes of Craggy don't miss a thing. That's one checkered bag and one suspected thief in the bag for Craggy.
Stop there, please. Stop there. Just come stand on the pavement. I've had reports of a female matching your description has stolen some clothing from a shop on the high street. Just put your bag on the car boot, please.
She's the silent type, but Craggy doesn't need her words when he can just use his eyes.
So because you've got some clothing in here, I'm going to ask you to stay here until we find out do some more inquiries, right? Okay. NC from Delta 14. Can you tell me what clothing's been taken, please? What a description of the clothing has been taken, and these match the description of the clothing taken by the female. So I'm just waiting for one of my colleagues to come down and join us.
But as Craggy waits for support, it seems there's more lurking in her handbag than just gym wear.
So have you got any receipts for what's in this bag? Okay. At this point in time, mate, then you're under arrest on suspicion of theft. NC Delta 14. Yeah, I've got this female in custody for shop theft, searching her bag. I think there's other property from other stores, so she's going to have to come in.
A long wait for a police van, accompanied by a woman who hardly speaks, bears all the uncomfortable silence of an awkward first date.
Just put your phone away, please. Just put your phone away, please. In fact, give it to me, please.
No.
Give me the phone, please.
Why?
Because I'm asking you for it. Pass me the phone, please, or else I'll take it out of your pocket. Please pass me the phone.
It's a fair bet she wasn't updating her relationship status.
Just come on, mate.
The van's arrived to take her to the Nick and rescue Craggy from a one-way conversation.
Mate, so I'll see you upstairs.
Back at Lincoln Station, and the extent of the bag lady's shopping spree becomes clear. A couple of gym tops, a ridiculous hat, and a bigger selection of smalls than Ann Summers. A hoard like this is the tip of the iceberg. There are around 2 million shoplifting incidents a year in the UK. Some of the stolen goods are kept for personal use, but others are sold on, making them difficult to trace. And while the bag lady speaks to a translator, Craggy makes a new find. A set of till receipts long enough to make a married man weep. But they're not for gear that's been bought, they're for stuff that's been sold. Craggy takes a closer look in the property storeroom.
There's these receipts from over 3 days. She's sold over £300 worth of DVDs, and a lot of them are the same film.
It turns out she's acquired an extensive DVD collection and then flogged it.
The person we've arrested doesn't speak English. She's had to be booked in through an interpreter, and all these films are sort of English-speaking movies. Yeah, so I suggest she has been quite busy. Yeah, definitely. There's like Twilight there, Twilight there. And on this one, there's more Twilights. Obviously, a big fan of Twilight.
She's quite the film buff. But if you're not a 13-year-old girl, that's a lot of Twilight. The bashful bag lady pleaded guilty to theft and handing stolen goods from the shop, and was given a conditional discharge for 9 months. So if she commits another crime, she could be sentenced for both the first offence and the new one. A breezy afternoon on the A46. In the driving seat of his unmarked Beamer, Sergeant Adi Wotton. Eyes peeled for misbehaving motorists. Adi's an ex-forces man with a love of only fools and horses, but a no-nonsense approach to fools on wheels. And on this stretch of tarmac, someone's about to stray off the straight and narrow.
I think we'll have that.
It's a truly dangerous move, and one that could have ended up with both of them on the slab.
Someone decided that he was going to do what, I don't know, but we should be having words with him. He wasn't on his mobile phone. I can only think he was playing with something in the vehicle.
Taking full advantage of 250 brake horsepower under the bonnet, Adi carves up the traffic and signals the drifty driver to pull over. Who narrowly misses clipping the island. With driving skills this suspect, he'll need a foolproof excuse.
Hello there. Do you know why I've stopped you?
Possibly.
Go on then, you tell me. Yeah, what's going on there?
Nothing, I had to put the visor down.
Right, so...
I know, I think it was a bit of the wind as well, to be fair.
Right, so you nearly went on the wrong side of the road, nearly a head-on collision, killing myself or yourself or whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, probably you in this car compared to that car, and you don't know what's going on.
But before he lays down the law, Adi needs to check the in-car camera and see just how close they came to a smash-up.
All I'm going to do now is just have a quick review of what I've got on here, and I'm not satisfied what he's telling me is a plausible answer, because he didn't just drift, he went onto the wrong side of the carriageway.
Sure enough, the car swings halfway across the wrong side of the road, mere millimetres from a head-on.
We were doing 60 miles an hour, and he looked like he was doing about 50 miles an hour. You've got a closing speed of 110 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour at the impact. He basically said, well, it just swerved a little bit, it might have been the wind.
And see from...
Which... I'm not really that.
But much to Adi's dismay, the driver's still blaming the breeze.
I appreciate what you're saying about the wind, but it ain't that windy.
And if blaming Mother Nature doesn't work, try pinning it on your motor.
No, it's just I've not long been in this car, so
right.
It's really light.
I don't want to stand at the side of the road and have you to try and explain to a member of the family saying the reason why your loved one's dead, mum and dad, you ain't got a dad anymore, is because I've just got in this car and I don't know how it works.
That's told him. Ultimately, the lad was given a stern warning at the scene, and he'll be keeping a keen eye on the weather forecast from now on. As the sun goes down over Grantham, Interceptor Jim Woolerton, scanning a local black spot for speed merchants.
It's in a 30-mile-an-hour limit, and there have been numerous collisions along here. In fact, the junction behind me on my left shoulder there was a fatal not too many years ago.
Big Jim may be a fan of Formula One, but he's certainly no friend to speeding road users. And Jim and his partner have just caught up with a car doing over 50 on a 30 stretch. But even something as routine as a speed check can reveal the odd surprise.
It does smell quite strongly, to be fair. As soon as you got in the car, we could both smell it.
The familiar scent is emanating from the Clio.
How much is he going to find in there? 3 grams.
He's not talking sugar, and that's not a bag of travel sweets. In fact, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what it is. Uh-oh, indeed. Even a passing driver knows this guy's in trouble.
Have you ever been dealt with before over cannabis possession?
No. Caught with just a small amount and no previous, the fella's looking at an on-the-spot warning rather than a fine or a spell in the nick. But he's not completely off the hook.
If you were to get stopped in the next 6 months with cannabis on you, you would get arrested for it. But because you haven't been, I mean, as far as I can tell, you've never had a cannabis caution or anything, you've not been arrested for drugs. So it's just a very quick way of dealing with essentially a one-off offence, if you like. So.
There's a first time for everything, but not this. And once the team have dispensed their warning, there's another surprise.
How old are you, please? That's a strange age to be taking up smoking cannabis.
So with possession dealt with, it's back to the speeding.
I can't tell you what's going to happen in relation to the speeding because it's not my decision. It's most likely either requirement to attend a speed reduction seminar, or it could be points and a fine.
Sorry about taking up your time.
No, you know, that's what we're here for.
I know you've got better things to do than...
No, we absolutely haven't. That's exactly what we do, mate. Please don't apologise for that. Please.
I'd rather be dealing this than dealing with a collision. So you know, if you do slow down a little bit and avoid having a collision in the future, we'll never know. But we've done a job.
Yep.
All right, sir.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
So a need for speed may have cost the old boy racer points and a fine. Not to mention a major rethink on his latest hobby.
He's no prior convictions for drug use or drug possession, so we've been able to deal with it by means of an informal street warning, but he has just lost the cannabis that he's very recently bought.
But it may not just be his bag of weed that he's left behind.
No, I caught a whiff, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then the longer we stayed in the car, the more I could smell it.
Well, it took me ages to... What is actually stuff in there?
Whether he did or he didn't, it's not a criminal offence. But with possible points and a fine for speeding, it's enough to leave a bad taste in the mouth. Still to come, Dan makes a bust.
What driving licence do you have? English?
No,
and then busts right through the language barrier.
If you were to crash, then I would be criticised.
Boston. And one Interceptor heads out on the late shift. On a dark night like this, spotting trouble relies on animal instinct. But with 10 years on the force, Dan Brigginshaw has developed a bloodhound's nose for a dodgy driver. And fresh out the traps, he's caught a whiff. Dan thinks he's eyed a familiar face.
Hello, mate. How you doing? All right?
And instinct tells him he's got something to hide.
Step on the footpath so we don't get run over. You got your driving licence with you?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Can I have a quick look? I just recognise your face, that's all. Have I dealt with you before? I recognise your face.
Where?
I don't know. I'm asking you, have I dealt with you before? No.
I don't know.
No.
Did you stab him before, yeah?
Yeah.
He says no.
I recognise the face. You got your driving licence with you?
Sure, no, but I have everything.
Cool,
I don't
cool.
know.
The licence is taking its time to appear. So Dan paints a picture.
Got your driving licence, you know, the little card with your pretty face on it.
No, sorry. No, I not have here.
All right. Just pass that
I
card.
have-
Is that your name, is it?
Yeah, his name is my passport.
Ah, passport. Champion.
Yes.
Thank you. What driving licence do you have? English?
Yeah, no, Lithuanian.
Lithuanian.
At times like this, it's nice to have a friend to translate.
And where is that driving licence?
I am not forget, but keep pamięć.
You lost your
yes,
driving
yes.
licence?
Shame his mate couldn't come up with a better excuse.
How long ago?
About 3 months.
Right. So you're driving around England with no driving licence?
Not very good understand, sorry.
Any more excuses?
Yeah.
How do I know you've got one then?
I not have here driving license.
I need to see it.
What?
I need to see one. You're driving a car?
Yes.
On a road?
Yes, but I am lost.
He's sticking with lost, but that won't wash. Motorists from the EU can drive in the UK on an EU licence. But if you've no proof of any licence, it's a lost cause. And a call to HQ reveals more.
Comes up as non-licensed holder with 6 points.
Affirmative.
What were the 6 points for, please?
Uninsured, on third-party risks, and driving otherwise than in accordance with a licence.
Even with no licence, you can still pack on the points. He certainly has, and it seems he's got form.
He's been convicted before of driving without insurance and with no driving licence, effectively.
Yeah.
And that was from November last year.
Here in England.
Here in England. Just ask him if he remembers that, would you? Hello, mate.
And someone else is lost.
Can I help you?
I just show my face on there.
All right, if you won't mind going away, because I'm just dealing with these people,
is this
mate.
on television?
No, it's not.
Sorry.
Okay, so what month?
The next excuse is a new one even for Dan.
Read this in the paper. Somebody stopped him, the police.
So he's read in the paper that he's
Yeah.
been stopped by the police, but he
Yeah.
doesn't think he has been.
Yeah, he says he's no stop last year in November.
Okay.
Either a slow day for Lincolnshire news or a likely story.
What's going to happen tonight is if you need anything from the car, you can take it from the car, but I've got to take the vehicle from you tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you paperwork how to get it back, but because he's got no driving licence to show me, it's lost, he has one in a foreign country, etc. It would be remiss of me to let him carry on driving this vehicle when effectively he's got no driving licence, so I'm going to take it.
But that's the least of his worries. Driving with no licence can land you with 6 points and a fine of up to £1,000. Or worse if you've got form. So with no proof of a licence and previous, Dan's only option is to write this one up.
When a policeman stops you and asks you a driving licence, we're not just going to trust that you've got one. Do you know what I mean? I do need to see it. And I'd give you 7 days to produce it, but it would take you much longer than 7 days to get one from Lithuania. If you have one at all.
It doesn't appear to be sinking in. So in the absence of an interpreter, Dan turns to mime.
If you were to crash and you have no driving licence, then I would be criticised. People would say it's my fault.
Now he's got it.
A fairly straightforward stop of the Lexus when we're going round a roundabout. He looked a bit shifty, but I'd look shifty as well if I didn't have a driving licence. He says he's lost his driving licence 3 months ago. He's just been driving round England with no driving licence. It's nothing I can check, and our systems say he hasn't got one. So we're having a motor off him. Normally when people take stuff out like that, it means they're not going to collect the car. Quite a nice car not to collect, but if he doesn't, then in 14 days we'll be made into baked bean cans or something that's crushed down the scrapyard.
The licence-losing Lithuanian was given a £600 fine at Boston Magistrates Court for driving with no licence and no insurance. But the Lexus was eventually picked up and saved from crushing, so it won't be gracing the shelves of the baked bean section quite yet. Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Canto, come! Come on, Cat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, Sergeant Baxter takes to his heels.
Turn round.
Then his wheels after a disappearing driver. A marathon motor pursuit ends with bonnet gymnastics. And Mark Carlin picks up the pieces of a drinker's ditched motor.
Yes, yes, it's drivable.
No, it isn't. It's down a 10-foot ditch.
Lincolnshire. A vast and glorious countryside, crossed by nearly 2,000 miles of tarmac. Patrolling this patch of green and grey is the job of the Interceptors. But cracking crime is a 24-hour task. And as most of the county clocks off, the Interceptors keep watch. Saturday night, the outskirts of Boston. As partygoers around the county dance the night away, Susie Ranyard tails a suspicious motor. It's just made the mistake of speeding past her unmarked S3. And she's not about to let it go.
I think it is a Vauxhall Astra.
It's Vauxhall Astra in silver and there's no other APR marker on it, over.
Yeah. Received there, thank you.
The car's coming back clean. But with 6 years on the force, Susie knows a simple speed stop can hide all kinds of trouble. Caution is key for a lone copper. Something's not right. At first, Susie thinks it might be to do with booze.
Have anything to drink this evening? No. You haven't? I'm just going to do a quick breath test on you anyway, alright, because I can smell alcohol on you.
Inside the car are a woman and 3 lads. It could be fairly innocent, but Susie's job is to leave no room for doubt.
Okay, I just need you to take a nice deep breath for me and then just blow one continuous breath till I say stop, okay? Okay. Okay. It's a 0. It is, yeah. There you go, just grab hold of that tube for me.
All clear on the machine, but Susie's far from satisfied.
Where have you been?
Sorry?
Where have you been?
I'm just coming from Wellingborough. We're going to
on our
my
way
friend's
somewhere.
party.
You going where, sorry?
We're just on our way to somewhere. We're on our way to
Okay.
a house party.
All right.
So it appears the lads were rushing to a house party, but they weren't too quick to give an answer. Susie has a feeling there's more to it.
NC Tank 3-1.
But as she runs her check, the lads don't seem to be taking this too seriously.
I see today. Are you from Northamptonshire?
Sorry?
Are you from Northamptonshire?
No.
Big NN8.
GD, a W.
Do you want to just stand on the path because you're in the middle of the road?
So you?
Sorry, just say it again.
The cheeky chat isn't just annoying, it's getting suspicious. So Susie takes a closer look. And it doesn't take long before this stop for speeding turns into something more serious.
I've located some bags of drugs, if I'll just show you them now. It's quite a large amount of drugs here.
Susie's instincts were correct. There appear to be all kinds of drugs. Possibly a load of Class Bs and maybe even Class As. It's enough to open a small pharmacy. Only none of this lot will cure a chesty cough. Despite the drugs haul, one of the cheeky boys is still not seeing the serious side.
This is what happens when you travel too far with alcohol. Don't do it. Don't.
With 4 possible arrests, Susie needs backup to help round up the party people. And with such a sizable stash, Susie suspects it's not just for personal use. Time for more detective work.
Right, like I said, we've found that bag of weed. You listening? That's yours, the big bag. Okay. What about the little blue bag? If you just stop playing with your phone for a second.
I'll turn it off.
Okay. Little blue bag with the jar with little white powder in. That's yours as well, is it? Okay. And you've got the other bag. Yeah.
2 of the lads have fessed up to owning some of the drugs, but it still seems like a lot for just 2 people.
Right, I'll tell you what's going to happen. All of you are coming in, so you're all under arrest with possession with intent to supply, just so we can interview you and establish exactly who it belongs to, all right?
As far as the law's concerned, there's a massive difference between possessing and dealing. Maximum for Class A possession is 7 years, but for dealing, you could be locked up for life. So determining intent is critical. And everyone's bound for Boston Nick. The group's travel arrangements are causing a major moan.
You can go in the van. These 2 can go in your car, you'll be all right, won't you?
Okay. Why do I have to go in the slot van?
Because it's bigger.
And it seems one bloke's got special requirements.
Can't go in the car?
No, because...
No, can I just say one thing very truthfully?
What's that?
I'm a big guy, yeah. I'll get claustrophobic. I'm not sitting in no tight little space.
He seems a bit precious, and the demands don't end with legroom.
You need to put your ciggy out before we get in. Let's make that till we get there, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. In the car, yeah?
Stay in the van.
Yeah, no, dog in there.
No, that's in the car.
Can I have an issue currents, please? Possession with intent to supply. I've got 4 in custody.
The party people are packed up and back on the road. Only instead of a night of riotous raving to look forward to, it's a night of quickfire Q&A at the Boston Nick.
They've all been arrested because they all need to be interviewed so we can establish who the drugs belong to, and then that person can get dealt with. If I'd have let one go and not others, they could easily blame it on that person, so they've all come in so they can all give their version of events.
It seems a serious amount of drugs were found in the car. Still to come, Formula One manoeuvres on a 14-mile-an-hour pursuit. Dan takes a blunt approach to bad breath.
Random check again? No, because you stink of it. You've got alcohol in your breath.
And the lads make a sharp assessment of some dreadful driving.
Yeah, drunk.
Coming up, Sergeant Baxter gives a roadside medical.
You ain't got the lurgy, have you? I can't smell alcohol. You get yourself off. You've got a bad throat.
Dan reveals he's a fan of strict parenting.
Take your hands out of your pockets, mate. I don't want to tell you again.
And serious political commentary from Sergeant Carlin.
You want to be a dog handler later, do you? Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, well, there is budget cuts. That used to be in Alsatian.
A slow evening in Lincoln. Sergeant Jason Baxter and his team have set up a checkpoint to catch people over the limit.
Evening, sir. Morning. Been drinking? We're actually we're stopping people voluntarily unless they've committed offence, and I can't see any offence that you've committed. And we're asking for voluntary breath tests. You happy to comply, sir?
Despite driving a beefy Beamer X5, the Sarge's ride of choice is the back of a cab. Something a tipsy traveller might want to consider.
0. Thank you very much, sir. If you want to pull that tube off there, there's a memento of your evening.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your patience.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
But with no one testing positive so far, it doesn't hurt to keep the mood light.
How old are you, please? Purely for stats.
27.
I'm making you 37 there. I'm putting 10 years on you. You ain't got the lurgy, have you?
I have.
Oh dear. You got flu?
80.
I can't smell alcohol. You get yourself off. You've got a bad throat. Come to me, please. Like blow up a balloon. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. 0. You gonna pull that tube off there, mate? Yeah. There's your excuse to your other half as to why you're 5 minutes late. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Thank you. 0.
Joking aside, the team need to keep their eyes peeled. A police stop check is one place a driver with a guilty conscience can really let things slip.
Ideally, where we are now, we need to be situated just before this junction, because if they come round that bend and we're sort of down there a little bit, they can just turn in this junction and do one on us. If we see somebody up there do a big U-ey and start driving off, we'll be going after them and see what they've got to say.
And the Sarge was right to be concerned.
Just turn round.
A motor's just turned tail in the junction right in front of the checkpoint, and gone off in the opposite direction. So that beefy Beamer gets its wake-up call.
What car was it?
There's no telling why the bloke dodged the check, but one thing's for sure, it doesn't look good. So the Sarge needs to track him down fast. Easier said than done.
Yeah, I've gone right on that roundabout and took the next roundabout back into town and followed my nose in. I've not come across anything yet. I might come back to you in a bit. I'll have a quick scoot.
Yeah, Roger.
But the Sarge knows these streets like the back of his hand, and guessing the driver may have wanted to pick up on his original route, he's back on target.
There it is.
Still with no clue why the motor turned tail, the Sarge runs a check.
ANPR, Tango C12. Moving vehicle check, please, Paul. Colour 542, Netland Road.
He split the scene once. The Sarge is hoping this time he won't get away. And it looks like he's taken the flashing blue hint.
Hello, sir. Is this your car?
Yes.
He's a big lad, and they're barely past hello when the check comes back.
Yeah, 36 hours, it shows as insurance not held.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Stand by. So this car's shown as not insured.
This was left to me by my granddad who died near a few weeks ago, so the car should be insured.
The big lad thinks that by inheriting his car, he's also inherited his insurance.
Well, I don't have any past convictions. Or when I work for SIA, I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah, 36 hours, it shows.
SIA means the big lad's a bouncer.
You've turned around on us on that check, haven't you?
I didn't think that was a check. I thought because there was a few here, I thought it was an accident or something. So I start work at 11:15.
Right, okay.
I can get you a producer if you like or something like that, just to prove that it has just been left to me, literally.
Well, no, the producer's irrelevant, mate. It's going to be whether it's insured or not.
Right.
And that's going to be the crux of the matter.
Is there nothing I can do just to get to it, to do something? I mean, it's only my really second night here. I only live at Retford. I won't travel out here for anyone out of insurance.
Jump in the passenger seat, mate.
He's still pleading ignorance. But intentional or not, the law takes a dim view of driving without insurance. Although the Sarge seems happy to double-check the facts.
When did that insurance run out, please, Paul? Was mentioned on that last insurance or not? So it's looking like it's not insured.
So after the bouncer's granddad passed away, the insurance company cancelled the policy. But the soft-hearted Sarge thinks it may be an honest mistake, and he's willing to give him a chance.
Are you able to insure that car now with a credit card over the phone or something like that?
Not right now. I can do it first thing in the morning.
No, I can't let it. If it drove away from here and had a crash, you see, that's why I can't do it. You're going to have to seize it. I will give you a lift down to work, okay? And sadly, it is going to be 6 points for the licence for driving no insurance.
If a motor can't be insured on the spot, the police will take it off the street and stick it in storage until the insurance can be paid.
It sounds like it's a mistake, and I will write that up on the back of the ticket. You're probably really cheesed off at the moment, but the thing is, believe it or not, it's better to find out it's not insured in these circumstances than in a massive crash.
His car seized, it's a brisk walk for the bouncer, who decided against the police escort to work.
We've got recovery en route now, and it's an uninsured car that's off the road. Seems a nice guy, you know, whether he's telling the truth or not about whether he knew it was insured or not, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's not insured. Nice guy or not, it needs to be insured to be on the road.
Driving without insurance could result in a hefty fine and possible points. But in the end, no further action was taken. It's the Christmas party season in Lincoln. The night's in full swing and the pubs are yet to close. Making sure the rowdy revellers toe the line, the Interceptors are out pounding the beat and cruising the streets. One of the swiftest stallions in their stable is the Beamer 530. With a top speed of 115 miles per hour and gunning 0 to 60 in 6 seconds flat. Just outside the city, 2 officers are using one of these automotive thoroughbreds to tail a stolen Corsa.
I've got a vehicle failing stop on Roman.
But this is not exactly a high-speed pursuit.
30, 30 miles an hour, receive.
Sticking well below the 30 miles per hour limit, the dawdling driver seems to be in a world of his own. Perhaps a little seasonal indulgence.
That's one for, are you anywhere near? Craig, we've got a further stop with Hillside Avenue, just going down to Monks Road.
And aside from driving like Grandad, he's also giving the Interceptors a helping hand at every turn.
Yeah, we're right onto Monks Road.
By remembering to indicate.
Speed still 30.
But it won't impress the coppers. More than 100,000 cars were stolen last year, and only half of those have ever been recovered. Top of the Christmas list for car crooks are high-performance Beamers and Mercs. But it seems even the humble Corsa has its light-fingered fans.
Just give us the Western Coops address.
The team tries to pull around him. But with a move like Vettel in super slow-mo, the driver undercuts at under 15 miles per hour.
Yeah, white male driver, short dark hair. Left.
Heading into the garages of a housing estate, it looks like the Corsa's slow dance with the cops is about to come to an end. The team tries to hem him in. But it turned out the lad was faster on his feet than he was on 4 wheels. The Interceptors eventually caught up with the cautious car crook and found he'd been on the sauce, which might explain his rambling approach to a getaway. The driver pleaded guilty to nicking the car and drink driving when already banned. He was handed a 20-week suspended sentence. With around 1 in 6 road deaths in the UK related to alcohol, the Interceptors are taking a no-nonsense stance on drink driving. And Dan Brigginshaw at the wheel of his unmarked Audi S3 is no exception.
We're in Boston at the moment, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, temporarily looking for drink drivers and anybody else who thinks tonight will be a good night to commit some crimes.
Just like his Audi, Dan's an ultra-efficient law machine, and nothing makes his blood boil like a mullered motorist. With just cause.
I've been doing the job for just under 10 years, been to numerous fatals. Part of the job is attending those on the roads policing unit and investigating them, so you do get to know families, you get to know people involved. It ruins lives, and you can see lives falling between, around people's ears as you go and tell them their son's dead. So yeah, we see a lot of the consequences of drink driving.
Approaching a roundabout, Dan spots something he doesn't like. The red Focus just stopped dead before the roundabout, and someone inside shouted at some passing girls. Dan's not impressed and decides to have a word.
Hello, mate. Hello. How are you? Turn your engine off, it's not off already. What were you shouting out the window for?
My friend.
Right. Well, if you're going to do something like that when you're driving, you need to indicate or come somewhere else, not just hold all the traffic up and get in people's way. Yeah, but the driver's driving. You want to concentrate on driving. You come up to a roundabout, don't just stop and do nothing, all right?
Dan doesn't muck around when it comes to the highway code, and he's just as quick to notice a familiar whiff.
Just do a quick breath test with you, because I smell some alcohol on you. Have you had any drinks of alcohol in the last 20 minutes? When you're ready, just blow into the tube. Keep going to take a stop, please. Stop, thank you. bring your left hand up so it's not under your leg, thank you.
Loud and clear, a result.
Just take your seatbelt off.
And it's bad news for the driver.
You're under arrest, mate, on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit of alcohol. So you don't have to say anything, but it may be defence to do or mention when questioned, such as later on in court. And if you do say may begin evidence, your arrest is necessary so I can take you down the nick, put you on a big machine, find out how much alcohol's in your system, OK?
The handheld breathalyzers clocked the driver at just over the limit. But police can only make a conviction based on a high second reading on a machine at the station. Before then, Dan decides to dig deeper.
Is there anything in this car that shouldn't be here? Any drugs? Because I'm going to check. Any drugs on you? Come to PC World car park, please. Got a drink driver, if you wouldn't mind. Step out of the motor, mate. Yeah,
Dan's a cop who likes to leave no stone unturned. So whilst he waits for transport, there's time to check the blokes aren't hiding anything.
Just keep your hands where I can see them, mate. Make sure I can see your hands. Walk towards me then.
I think it's the wind that's blowing the door. It's probably set the alarm on.
Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't. All right. At the moment, you're detained for a search, mate, OK? Drug search.
Even though they don't seem to be making any trouble for Dan, an experienced copper always errs on the side of caution.
All the idiots are out. Yo, come back here, mate.
Although sometimes the job is a bit like herding cats.
Some right idiots out tonight, eh? Not you boys, I'm on about them. Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah, someone's coming down to you to give you a hand over.
Thank you. Take your hands out of your pockets, mate. I don't want to tell you again. You're entitled to a copy stock search form, that's within the next 12 months. Can't tell because the smell of alcohol inside that vehicle, but it smells a bit like cannabis to me, so that's what I'm checking for, all right, so you understand? Yeah. Has anyone smoked cannabis in that car lately? I'm not necessarily saying it was you guys.
Nobody smoked.
No? OK. OK, just take your gloves off for me. Nice one, you can stick them back on.
It seems the blokes are clean, but Interceptors are born skeptics.
Is this petrol or diesel, this car?
Petrol.
That's Dan's subtle way of asking if they've nicked it. And whilst they've passed that test, the driver's next one will be to blow on the big machine at Boston Nick. But it seems the bloke can't wait for a second opinion.
So how is possible if I have some alcohol in my breath if I finish 12 o'clock?
Well, I don't know, you tell me. Did you have loads to drink? Whatever. You have got some in your breath, so that's it.
3 beers, go sleep. Can you check again?
No, because you stink of it. You've got alcohol in your breath.
On the evidential machine back at the station, it was confirmed that the driver had been drinking, but he blew beneath the legal charging limit.
Just one.
Not much gets past the big machine, and not much gets past Dan either.
You want to get some lights on them bikes, boys? You get run over, won't you?
Still to come. The team go airborne on a river rescue.
Can you actually see her? Yeah, I can't see her, I can just hear her.
Sergeant Carlin is called to a nightmare crash.
Here's the car. And here's the officers.
And it's Man Mountain versus Mother Nature.
But he branches went straight across in front of us.
Coming up, as the chopper takes to the skies, time out for wildlife watching. A live weather forecast from Sergeant Moon.
Still windy.
And a ratted runaway gives the stinger the slip. Throughout the UK, emergency services are on standby for a disaster. A huge storm is brewing across Britain, bringing gale force winds, major travel disruption, and what's set to be the biggest tidal surge in over 60 years.
Right across Lincolnshire, flood warnings have been issued today as high winds have battered the region. That's caused a number of issues on the roads with debris.
As Mother Nature hurls all she's got at Lincolnshire, a lone car braves the elements. Behind the wheel, the big man, Sergeant John Moon.
I think the east coast is being battered with winds, and I think there's a tidal surge expected between, I think, 7 and 9 tonight. So we've got a load of resources committed to patrolling the east coast.
The Sarge is an ale-loving ex-rugby bloke with a military past. So if anyone can tackle a storm, it's the Man Mountain himself. But things are getting worse, and even Boston Nick is battening down the hatches.
Says they're closing Boston Police Station.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what's going on.
There's trees down everywhere, mate. They're expecting a big tidal surge. They've got a load of guys on the Robbo and the Galileo team and that, all on the east coast.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's what I'm probably doing. They says leave your dog at home.
Oh, well, mate. Money's money.
Across the county, the force is bracing itself for a tough time ahead.
As you probably heard, one of the dog handlers, John Peacock's, had his day off cancelled.
With the freak surge predicted to hit Boston sometime in the evening, days off and holidays have been cancelled as cops have been called in to prepare for the upcoming emergency. And it's beginning to look a bit hairy, even for the big man.
That bloody branch just went straight across in front of us.
No doubt dreaming of a job in Special Branch, the Sarge shows even more promise as a weatherman.
Still windy.
But right now, his focus is on keeping the road safe for other people.
Just round the corner here, it sounds that there's a road, the road is blocked. We'll just pass it, they're sending another police officer to it. But as we're passing it, it's only fair that we, get there before he does.
Local farmers are dealing with an unstable tree next to a nearby road, and they need police to keep the public out of harm's way. Cue the big fella.
Here we are.
The road is blocked. And the local farmers are struggling with several tons of tree, which is threatening to topple onto the road at any moment. To make matters worse, the top of the tree is hanging by a thread. Towering over a public road, it's an accident waiting to happen. But some determined commuters seem unaware of the danger.
Sorry? You just have to bear with us, madam. You have to bear with it. It's your own safety as well, OK?
The farmers are going for a controlled chop down. But with the wind gusting at up to 80 miles per hour, one false move could spell disaster. A bit more. And it's job done for the farmers. Over to the Sarge. And the roughy-tufty rugby man's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much. No, you've done a grand job. It'd have been a lot longer if you were here.
The road is now cleared and traffic's flowing.
What a sterling job Mr. Rose and his farmers have done. I think it would have been a great day, a long time. It wasn't for the members of the public all helping. So we'll get some road slow signs now. We'll stick them up because there's a bit of debris left on the road. Then no doubt on to the next one.
One giant tree felled. But for the lofty lawman, the day's far from over.
There's trees falling down on the road everywhere. It seems every couple of minutes we get another call for a road blocked. I said I don't know what it's like in the rest of the county, but if it's anything like this, it'll be a pretty busy day for us and evening.
The wind's battered the county for several hours now, but the worst is yet to come. It's just gone 7 p.m. And in Boston, the storm surge has done its damage, breaching the flood defences and sending 4-foot waves of river water through the streets.
A tidal surge has caused major flooding to homes and businesses in the centre of town in Boston. For many in Boston, they're tonight facing the heartbreaking process of trying to get rid of floodwaters. It struck after a storm gathered in the North Sea, sending tides far higher than normal levels.
The Interceptors are pulling together to coordinate fire and rescue teams as they attempt to control the flood and begin the task of evacuating over 200 people from their homes. Slogging through the small hours is tough business. Picking up the pieces is more than a night's work. And next morning, Sergeant Mark Carlin is making his way to flood-torn Boston.
Last night we had a major incident where Boston's flood defences failed because it was the highest tide and weather conditions for, I think they say, 60 years. In fact, somebody said 200 years.
The Sarge is part of the day shift, sent to relieve the officers who've been working through the night. Throughout his 15 years on the force, the 6'4" enforcer has been on a mission to make a difference. And today is no exception.
But today is about a mop-up operation and us to go over there and offer our assistance in any way we can to help people try to get back to some normality after what clearly was a traumatic evening.
In the cold light of day, the scale of the operation is clear. Homes are in tatters. Streets are a disaster zone. The job of the police now is to help people whose homes and businesses have been destroyed. But it's no mean feat.
It gives you some idea of the ferocity of what happened. All those premises there are waterlogged. They've been pumped out by the brigade and back into the river. It just sums up what happened. I mean, some of the properties have been very lucky. They've had no problem whatsoever, but the ones behind us have got some of the brunt of the bow waves, and certainly of the tidal wave that's come over the top. So it's really your luck along here. Who's got it and who hasn't? But these certainly have. You know, not very nice. Certainly not.
When weather's on the warpath, an interceptor's job isn't just about fighting crime. Sometimes the battle with Mother Nature is a matter of life and death. A woman's been reported trapped somewhere on the banks of the River Trent and in desperate trouble from the swollen waters. Some interceptors are en route by road, but when it comes to rescuing a damsel in distress, nothing cuts it quite like a chopper. With its 54 times magnification thermal imaging camera and onboard life-saving gear, the £3.4 million Eurocopter has the best tools in the box for a rescue operation. The team don't know the woman's state, so they need to find her fast. But at the moment, that's proving to be a problem.
Search north along the flow of the river for about a mile. There's nothing obvious. We're now going to do a more detailed search.
In the chopper, interceptors Ian Worthington, Alan Hudson, and pilot Eric Church. Over the last 15 years, their unit has made over 2,000 searches for missing people and saved hundreds of lives. Their thermal imaging camera picks up on body heat, making it glow bright white. In this case, it looks like some sheep, but they have to check to be sure. Then comes news from the interceptors on the ground.
Okay, we'll come back towards you. You say you can hear her. Just give us your location, please.
There's a boat in the river we just flagged down.
The ground team think they've located the woman on the bank, but she's still out of sight.
In front of us, I believe, but I can't get anywhere near her. If you can have a look and see if there's a way to get to her, you know, if you're in the middle or the other side, if you come towards me, there's some huge bushes, and I believe she's down there.
Even using their thermal imaging, the chopper team are struggling to get a visual.
I'm pointing to the area roughly where she is, on the Lincolnshire bank, somewhere down in there.
Can you actually see her?
Yeah, I can't see her, I can just hear her.
The ground team can hear the woman shouting. They know she's somewhere trapped in the bushes along the bank, which are half flooded by the swollen river. Regulations mean police aren't allowed to approach within 2 metres of the water without the proper safety equipment. But luckily, the chopper boys have all the right stuff.
Right, well, we've got some lines, we've got life jackets we can put down. I'm quite prepared to go down holding a line to see if I can find her.
Ian prepares to make an entrance.
Yeah, I can see we can put down in that field and we can use a line. I've got a life jacket and I can go down towards the river, try and find her. Oscar Hotel, we're putting down. Let's see.
Ian touches down with the life jacket and safety lines, leaving teammate Alan to continue the search from above. Then, using their state-of-the-art camera, Alan spots something moving in the bushes. He needs to guide his teammate to the stranded woman who's clearly in trouble.
It's my right, it's my left.
He's inches away from a rescue.
Yeah, control from what we've got her. Yeah, we've got it, we've got it.
It's a result.
From 042, we can confirm that we are with the lady. Paramedics are in attendance.
The missing woman was given the all-clear on physical injury, having been rescued in the nick of time. It's Police 1, Mother Nature 0, thanks to the Interceptors and their multi-million-pound eye in the sky. Coming up, the Interceptors bag a boozer who loves his motor so much, he just can't bear to part with it. On a sunny Saturday afternoon in southwest Lincolnshire, Sergeant Mark Carlin is en route to the scene of a serious crash.
We're just taking a call from one of my officers who's witnessed a vehicle reverse into another vehicle and then tried to drive off without stopping and leaving details, and they've now located the vehicle and it's crashed.
During years of decorated service, it's something the straight-talking Sarge has seen far too often.
The officers have asked for an ambulance, so I'm taking it they've found this vehicle crashed with the driver and the driver's injured in some way.
The officers at the scene suspect the female driver may have been drinking.
That's where it is, where the helicopter is, though.
At least it seems the air ambulance wasn't needed this time. Even for an old hand like Sarge.
Here's the car. And here's the officers.
The scene is pretty shocking. Although it seems the woman may have got off unbelievably lightly.
The lady is in the back of the ambulance.
Yeah.
Complaining of lower back pain.
Yeah.
Has smells of intoxicant and all the other stuff. So we're just waiting for the update from inside. And she's also got a dog for us.
Not content with nearly killing herself and her motor, it appears she almost wrote off her mutt.
You want to be a dog handler later, do you? Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, there is budget cuts. That used to be an Alsatian.
It turns out the Sarge's fellow Interceptors were dealing with a car in a pub car park just down the road when a woman backed into it with her coupe and then drove off. And from there, the story goes from bad to worse.
Next thing, a lad in a van comes up and says a woman's literally just rolled a car outside the village. Says, is it by any chance a black Hyundai coupe? I went, yeah, how did you know that? Right.
So the woman managed to smash into another car before doing a runner and then flipping her motor into a ditch. And the reason why is all too clear.
Yeah, drunk.
Whilst the rest of the team head off to hospital, it's an afternoon standing guard for the Sarge, who's sadly no stranger to a horrific accident.
She's come down here, lost control on this tarmac edging, at which point the car's then gone this way. You can just see the tyre mark in the grass there. And it comes out here and then straight across there where the two indentations are. Yeah, totally lost it on the bend. She's lucky to be alive, and she's lucky she hasn't hit anybody else, which is the other thing.
Around 1 in 6 deaths on our roads are blamed on booze. Most of these happen at night. But with more people on roads during the day, a lunchtime tipple has the potential to be much more deadly.
Right, I have to look at getting this recovered from my colleagues. Yeah, can you sort me out recovery for this vehicle that 9-8 were involved with, please?
Yes, sir. It's drivable.
No, it isn't. It's down a 10-foot ditch. Drinking and driving doesn't help, does it? Good grief. Horrendous.
Despite ending up with a conviction for being well over the limit, a ban from driving for 19 months and a fine of £200, the woman can consider herself extremely lucky. Because a crash like this could have been much worse. Getting on a drink driver's tail fast means hopefully things don't have to end in disaster. The target in this pursuit is suspected of being wasted behind the wheel.
Speed is 4 or 5 miles per hour.
One way of bringing his wild night out to an abrupt but safe end is to deploy a stinger, a metal strip lined with tyre puncturing spikes. Surprisingly, he's managed to dodge the first one.
If we can get him before he goes to ground, gets into the town centre, ideal.
But if he is boozed up, then he's pushing his luck. And this time, he's caught the spike square on.
Subject slowing to 20 miles per hour.
With all of his tyres deflating,
Yeah, subject's really lost. Had him up behind us.
his time on the run has just run out. Although he still seems to think he can play hard to get. The boozy motorist was charged with being drunk behind the wheel, failing to stop and dangerous driving. He got an 18-month suspended sentence, was fined £230 and was banned from the road for an additional 18 months. Overall, his half-baked antics on the road have led to a rather deflating run-in with the law.